Hello, what's hopefully a short video on theory, in particular the chromatic scale. Hopefully you already know what the strings are called. E, A, D, G, B, E. They're called that because that's the note they make when you pluck them without putting a finger on. When you put a finger on, you make them shorter, you make them higher, and therefore they have a different name. Okay, so if we take this E string, yeah, so that the note that's making now is E. Okay, so if I put my finger on fret 1, it goes to F. Okay, so then I go a bit further up. You'd expect G, but no, it goes F sharp. So in between, sometimes in between notes, they have these sharps, which is like on a piano when the notes, the black notes, are the ones in between. So sometimes they have black notes in between, sometimes they don't. Okay, so E and F, there weren't any. So E, open E, fret 1 is F. Then F sharp on fret 2, and then G on fret 3. So hopefully you're with me so far. Then a little bit higher than G, G sharp. So sharp always means a bit higher. If you get poked with something sharp, you jump up. So you go higher. Okay, then after G sharp, we've sort of run out of musical alphabet because it only goes A, B, C, D, F, G. So it goes back to A there. Just check that. There's A. There's the A string I'm plucking there. Should sound exactly the same if your guitar's in tune. That's the old-fashioned way of tuning up. Okay, after A, a little bit higher than A, fret 6, it's A sharp. And then on fret 7 is B. Then a little bit higher than B is actually C. There's no B sharp. So it goes from B to C. So that's already happened, E to F and B to C. So that happens on all strings, all instruments. B and C are always right next to each other, and E and F are always right next to each other. All the others have sharps or flats in between them. We'll talk about flats on the way back down. So B straight next to C. Okay. The way I remember that is B, C, E, F, black cats eat fish. Just a way, a mnemonic. So B, C. Now after C, a little bit higher than C, C sharp. Then a little bit higher than C sharp, D. Little bit higher than D sharp, D sharp. And then a little bit higher than D sharp, we're back to E again, which is the double dot. See, double dot. Double dot, that's the point. It's an octave. Yeah. 8 notes. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and E. Octave. Okay, so they all have sharps and sharps or flats, I said. Okay, so if we're going down that way, we tend to call them flats. So E, a little bit lower than E, is E flat. But you might be saying, "Oh, hold on, Pete, it was that was D sharp." Well, it is. It's the same. It's an enharmonic equivalent. So they're the same. So that note there, the one just below the E there, could either be called E flat. If someone treads on you and flattens you, you'll be a bit lower. Okay. Or it's called D sharp. Yeah. So D sharp or E flat, the same note. So then we go back down to fret 10, which is D. A little bit lower than D is D flat. Yeah, which is the same as C sharp. So the 7th fret, that dot there. So C sharp or D flat, depending on which way you're going, which key you're in. And it's just, at this point, you just got to understand that it has 2 names. I could be called Pete or Peter. Okay. Then back one more, a little bit lower than D flat is C, fret 8. A little bit lower than C, fret 7 is B. B and C right next to each other, black cats eat fish. A little bit lower than that, B flat. So fret 6, B flat. So it's either A sharp or B flat, that fret. Okay, fret 6. Then we're back to A, fret 5. A little bit lower than A flat. Also called G sharp because there's G sharp. Then back to fret 3 is G. Fret 2, G flat or F sharp. Then back to fret 1, F, because E and F are right next to each other. Eat fish, black cats eat fish. Back to E again. Okay, so that's the same on all the strings. That the same rules apply. So let's just do the A string. So there's A. That note is A because it's the A string, and that's why it's called A. If you don't put any fingers on it. A little bit higher than A sharp or B flat. A little bit higher than A sharp or B flat is B, fret 2 of the A string. And then right next to B, a little bit higher than B, goes straight to C because black cats eat fish. Fret 3 to C. A little bit higher than C, C sharp or D flat. And then a little bit higher than C sharp or D flat is D. Let's check that out. Yeah, there's the D string open. Yeah, it's about in tune. And then fret 6 D sharp or E flat. Then fret 7 E. After E, eat fish. E F, go straight to F. E F, fret 8. After F, F sharp or G flat at fret 9, the dot. Then G at fret 10. After G, a little bit higher than G, G sharp or A flat. G sharp or A flat. And then double dot again, A. Octave, A. So they're the same note, they're deemed the same note. If I sung that and my wife sung that, we'd sort of sound in tune together. Maybe my wife is not great, for example. No, she sings beautifully. Okay, so that is the chromatic scale. So depending on which way, when you're going down, we call them flat, when we go up, we call them sharp, but we could be either. If someone says, play me B flat, there's B flat. It's the same as A sharp at this stage. Okie dokie, that's that.